Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is of course always new makeup releases, always on Wednesdays. You know the drill, and I'm so glad you're here because, as you know, this is my most favorite time of the week. Okay, sweeties, if you've just found me, I'm Leorah. I'm a makeup artist and stylist living for colorful makeup and usually colorful styling, just a little bit limited during the winter months because my winter clothes are just, you know, we don't have a lot of winter here, so that's why it's just a little bit limited, but just wait for the summer, so you might as well subscribe. So you will still be around when the summer hits us. Okay, sweetie, this is what it is. And of course, as always, check out my channel, check out my social media, linked in the description box down below, and then you will be all set. Okay, now let us go in with the new releases because there is a lot, and I think the list is getting longer each week. Seriously, so I hope you're settling in for the long run because we're going to be here for some time. And I know some of you actually have told me that you're splitting up my videos because, not because you don't necessarily have the time to watch it or you don't want to watch a long video, but actually because you want it to last longer. And that is so sweet. Like, seriously, you know, you guys are the best. All right, so sweeties, let us go in. I'm going to move to the side and let us start with something where I actually think this is so funny that so many people tagged me in this or sent it to me by DM on Instagram, because you guys know me so well. Okay, so let us start with this one. This is from Sugary Cosmetics, and they are coming out with their whole Valentine's collection. So you do have, of course, here a palette, and you also do have a face palette, and the palette has 12 shades. It retails for $27, and then the highlighter palette retails for $18, and then you do have a Pizza My Heart blush palette for $18, and you can also have it in a PR box, and this should be available by the time you're seeing this, I do believe. Okay, so sweeties, of course this is very food themed makeup. Of course it makes sense because it's Sugary Cosmetics and this is what they do. Now I have to say that maybe a year ago or 2 years ago I had a huge problem with this because I'm recovering from an eating disorder, in case you don't know, and that is just, it used to be a very big deal for me. By now I'm kind of getting over it, you know. It's a lot of therapy, I'm telling you, but that is what it is. So I'm completely okay with this now. I can deal with it. It's not triggering me anymore the way it used to. I just really could not deal with it back then. Now I can, and that is good. Okay, so this is what they do, and that is completely fine, and I think it is a cute release for Valentine's Day. And also I really like that they put the blush palette separate from the highlighters because, as you know, I have this sorting issue going on, and some of you actually, when I spoke about this in a recent video, some of you commented on that too, that you have that too. If you have highlighters and blushes and maybe also a contour shade within one palette, like, where do you put it? Do you put it with the blushes or with the highlighters, or where do you put it, you know? So for me that is always a thing that is like, oh, it makes me crazy, you know, because I need stuff sorted. That's just how I am. And so that's why I really like it that they made it into different palettes, and this is what it is. So this is from Sugary Cosmetics, in case you want to check this one out. Then let's also talk about the newest release from the BeautyBay brand, and also this is already live. This went live I think 2 days ago when you're seeing this. So this is the Love Notes palette, and I ordered this on release, and not because it is the most spectacular palette that I've ever seen, but I am very much in love with these smaller palettes from BeautyBay, from the BeautyBay brand, and I'm kind of collecting them. And it's also price point wise, it is not such a super big deal. And anyway, I wanted to order some brushes and stuff, so I threw that in. This retails for $18, and it is a cute palette, you know? I mean, it is very soft, apart from like 3 darker mattes, but beyond that it's a super soft palette. But I mean, I think it will serve a lot of people, way more people than this, you know what I mean? So I think it's a very smart release, and it gives you the depth if you want to, so I think it's a beautiful palette. All right, so this is already live, in case you want to check it out. I do believe though that this is going to be limited edition, so you might want to pick it up as long as it lasts. Then let's also talk about Colourpop, because Colourpop, it just revealed the Rock Candy Mega Palette. This has 30 different shades, retailing for $34. It has mattes and mattes with sparkles and metallics and pressed glitters. So you do get all kinds of stuff here in this palette. I have to say, color scheme wise, while this is of course a very neutral palette with the exception of like 2 or 3 mauve shades, I feel this extremely pleasing to the eye. Do I have to have this? No. But I feel like looking at it, I feel it is very, very calming, very grounding, very pleasing. And I also feel that there is nice depth in the palette, which always can sell me any palette. So that is what it is, in case you want to check this one out. There's also going to be lip products and all kinds of stuff. This is coming soon. And I also wanted to update you on their Valentine's release, which is the Valentine's Day collection. You do have, of course, here the palette, and then you do have all kinds of other products in case you want to check this one out, lip products and blushes and all of that. This is all coming from Colourpop, and this collection, the Valentine's collection, is this live already? I'm not sure, maybe not, you'll check. Okay, so in any case, let us go back to where I was, because I'm kind of have to skip around here a little bit, unfortunately. Okay, sweeties, Unearthly Cosmetics is coming out with something for me personally super, super interesting. Not only because I'm a super big fan of Unearthly Cosmetics, which used to be Alien Cosmetics, but also because I use stuff like this like in every look, and that is gel liners. Sweeties, I'm not using felt tip liners to line my eyes. I'm always using gel liners, and now they're coming out with 4 shades. One is Ruby, one is Sea, one is Jam, and one is Squash, and this is already available when you're seeing this. And I think the colors, first of all, are really, really cute, very, very on brand, I feel, and they retail for $10 each. And again, this is just so me, because I use them all the time. I cannot work with felt tip liners. They just bleed on me and whatever, and I kind of also feel the opacity in gel liners is so much better. I think it's a little bit harder to work with them, but in the outcome is, for me personally, just so much better, you know? So this is definitely something that I would consider. It is so nice. Also, and I'm really, really glad that they actually did the official reveal of the new Valentine's palette like right before I sat down to film, and that is the Sleepover palette. Sweeties, this is a 9-pan palette. This is coming soon. This is going to be available for pre-order on the 11th of February. This is when the pre-order starts, and of course this is how the palette looks. Sweeties, this palette, so nice, super nice depth, super nice range, also overall range, and of course a beautiful color scheme within that one color family. Very, very Valentine's, but with a very sexy edge to it, of course, you know? Yeah, okay, so that is coming soon from Unearthly Cosmetics. I also do have a code with them. I will get this palette in PR, that I know already, so you will definitely see it here. But in case you want to use my code, all my codes are in the description box, and I should also say that the codes are changing, not because they themselves are changing, but there are always new ones, because brands reach out to me, or I reach out to brands and ask them if they want to give me one, because it just makes sense. It is just such a good thing to save some money. So just check, okay? Just check if I have a code with a brand, or use someone else's. That's also fine. Just save some money, you know? It just makes sense. Okay, then also something that actually one of you sent to me by DM on Instagram also right before I sat down to film, and that is so sweet of you, and that is the newest palette coming from Natasha Denona. So this is the Pastel Palette. This includes 15 shades, retailing for $65. This is coming soon, and yeah, so this is how she looks. Now, what do I think? This is not for me, for 2 reasons. First of all, I'm not into pastels. Now, this pastel palette is actually very decent because it does have some depth in it, and it is also not, it doesn't look like a candy factory. It is kind of a little bit more mature. Pastel, but mature. You know, it is not too, I don't want to say silly, because pastels don't necessarily need to look silly, but it is very like, it is a certain look that pastels have that I cannot connect to it. Maybe I'm too old, maybe I'm too stuck in one place, I don't know. I'm not really known to be stuck in one place though, I don't know. So that is, it's just a feeling. I don't connect personally very much to pastels. Now this palette is actually a very, very decent pastel palette. It is just also, I'm not going to get this because this palette is going to be on every channel and everybody's dog's channel, and I just don't do that. You know, I want to have palettes that maybe not everybody features, so that brings less people to my channel, and it's not good for my growth, but this is what I want to do because for me personally that makes sense. Because why do you need like 500 million people featuring that one palette, right? A lot of people will do that, so if you're interested in that palette, you will go to those channels, and that is all fine. Okay, so this is coming soon. I don't have a date yet, but I'm sure it's going to be like super soon. Okay, now let us also talk about something super cute from Shroud Cosmetics, because they are coming out with the Moonfall mattes. First of all, super cool names, really nice, and then of course also the color scheme, they look so rich, like so rich, and I really like this. Plus I have tried the formula of Shroud Cosmetics personally, and if it is the same formula, it's going to be super good. Like I really like the formula of Shroud Cosmetics. So this should already be live when you're seeing this, and the price is $6 each or $20 for the bundle. And that is what it is. So feel free to check this one out from Shroud Cosmetics. All right, now let us also talk quickly about Kylie Cosmetics, because they are coming out with a Valentine's collection. This is coming up. I think it might not be live yet. I think this is gonna go live for your tomorrow, okay, or on your tomorrow. Okay, so you of course have a palette there, you do have blush sticks, you do have a highlighter, you do have lip kits, you do have lip glosses, like matte lip kits, you do have lip glosses, and you do have falsies and like the whole shebang. Okay, so this is how it looks. I can see it. This is not for me, because it is just a little bit too much of the same. It might also be misleading because they chose to do, of course, also the color scheme of the background for the whole photo shoot, for the flat lay. They chose to do it like all in the same color, and sometimes, while I do understand it because of the theme, sometimes I feel it would make more sense to make it stand out a little bit, especially when a palette is very much within one color scheme, you know. But that is just me, that is how my brain works, so never mind me. But in general, I think it looks okay. The palette is of course way too soft for me. There is not enough depth for me, but it all really depends on your makeup style, and that is basically what it boils down to with every release. So this is coming your tomorrow as far as I know. Then let's also quickly talk about Morphe, because they have launched their Heart Candy Artistry palette. So this is a 9-pan palette. This retails for $12, and this should already be live. And here you have 9 pans. Obviously you do have mattes and shimmers, you do have nice depth in the palette. Also, this is of course not for me, because I just prefer to buy from other brands, because you know. Also Morphe is very hard for me to get, so that is not going to be for me, even though I think color scheme wise it has a nice range, and it's a very decent looking palette. And there's also going to be lip products of course to choose from. Now that we're talking already about lip products, let's also talk about Jaclyn Hill, because you know that she came out with a, I think it was a light coverage foundation and a concealer, like a whole range, and that looked super nice. And now she's also coming out with more products in the Bright and Bold Outspoken collection. So this is what you have here. You do have liquid lipsticks for $20 each, you have lip liners for $18 each, and then you also have a lip sharpener. Don't sharpen your lips, sharpen the pencils of course, for $9. And then you do have also nourishing lipstick removers for $14. All right, so this launches I think also your tomorrow, I do believe, like super soon. Okay, now the colors in this collection look absolutely beautiful, and if it would not be lip glosses and matte liquid lipsticks, it would absolutely be for me. Just color wise, absolutely. It's just that I'm not into glosses and that I'm not into matte liquid lipsticks. I wish people would come out with satin liquid lipsticks, or just bullet lipsticks, or well, Jaclyn had bad experiences with bullet lipsticks, so maybe she doesn't want to go that route anymore. But this looks really nice color scheme wise. So if I would have different preferences when it comes to what I like to wear, I would definitely try one or two of those products. It's just that glosses bleed on me, and matte liquid lipsticks just make me look old. So that's not what I'm going for. Okay, now let us talk about something super exciting, and I spoke about the partial reveal I think last time, and that is the Love Epidemic palette from Bling and Makeup by Yolanda. This is coming on Valentine's Day, and now I can show you the full palette. And here of course we have super nice depth in the palette, super nice bright shades, very bold, very vibrant, with the addition of some lighter shades, which is just so nice. And I definitely want to pick this one up. I really do, if I can get my hands on it. So you do have 24 shades, it says here, with pinks, purples, oranges, reds, with shimmer, duochrome and matte shades. And of course this brand is cruelty free, in case you want to pick this one up. I'm actually about to enter an affiliate program with Bling and Makeup by Yolanda, and I'm so happy because I've been a huge fan. Like really, you know how I'm always speaking about the products here, and I'm like, how does she do this? Why is she coming out with so many beautiful things, right? So it just makes sense. And I'm also actually wearing Bling and Makeup by Yolanda today because I just received this one. This is the Relentless palette, and of course you're going to see a review on this one, and this is my first look that I have done with the palette, so I'm just saying, so nice. Okay, sweeties, so this palette here of course is coming on Valentine's Day. I don't know if this is going to be a limited edition palette. I don't know about that right now, but I'm definitely going to try to get myself this one. Alright, sweeties, then let's move on to the next one, which is Monster Babe Cosmetics, and they are coming out with the Palette of Souls eyeshadow palette. This is inspired by Freddy Krueger's Chest of Souls, only with a Monster Babe twist. I have no idea what that means. I don't know. Freddy Krueger and Chest of Souls, I have no idea. So that is just me because I'm just not following stuff like this. So, but this palette includes a mirror. It holds 10 buildable, highly pigmented shades and 2 glitters to intensify any look. This retails for $28, and this is available at their website. This brand is vegan, it's cruelty-free, and this is how the palette looks. Okay, so you do have, of course, really nice depth in the palette, a very nice range, and of course, if this is the color scheme that you like to work with, then definitely check out this release because, you know, maybe, well, you have to like pressed glitters in the palette though, okay? So in any case, let us also move on to Frikin Fabulous Cosmetics because they're coming out with a new Multichrome Passions eyeshadow palette, and this has 9 shades. It retails for about $135, sweeties. It's 9 multichromes, and this is available on their Etsy store in case you want to check this one out. I do have a code with them. It is not affiliated in case you want to use it, and this is what it looks like. It's super nice. Honestly, I think they're doing an incredible job, but you kind of have to have the money lying around to buy something like this. But that is, of course, for you to judge. So that is the release in case you want to check it out. Then let's also talk about CXC Cosmetics because they're coming out with the Love Always collection. And they always come out with really cute collections. They came out just now in the winter with a nice, well, winter themed one. I personally do have the Poison collection, which is a green one. And now, of course, we have this one. Now here we also have a super nice depth in the palette. Overall, this palette is a darker leaning, which is really nice. Super appreciate that. This palette retails for $25. Then you do have a pink hand mirror. This is limited edition for $10. Then you do have lashes for $10 each, and you do have, I think they also have a lash adhesive, which is so cool, for $5. And then you also do have the Heartbreaker loose glitter for $6. You can have the whole thing in a bundle for about $68. Okay, so this is dropping on the 4th of February in case you want to check this one out from CXC Cosmetics. Alright, sweeties, then let's go on to this one from Simply Posh Cosmetics. I think I spoke about the outer packaging at some point when they sneak peeked it, and now I can show you the package, or the inside of the palette, of course. And this is the Picking Peonies eyeshadow palette. It comes with 18 shades including mattes and shimmers. This is becoming available for the 4th of February, and I have to say that Simply Posh Cosmetics is doing such a good job with their palettes. I still have to come across one of their palettes that I don't like, you know, not because I just like everything. It's not like that. But because they are just so hitting something in my soul. There is something so satisfactory about their palettes. They're so well-rounded and so well executed, and I really like this, you know. So this is the palette. This is coming super soon. I don't have a price right here, but I think it is super beautiful. Alright, now let us go on to Otaku Baby because they're coming out with the mini shonen bundles. Now don't ask me what that is. It is some kind of anime figure, I do believe, and this bundle includes 2 mini 6-pan eyeshadow palettes and a 5-piece brush set. This is becoming available at some point now in February, and this is basically all I know. So you see it here, the palettes, 2 really different color schemes, really cute, and then of course the brush set. So if that is something that you can connect to, and if you like smaller palettes, or of course then altogether a 12-pan palette basically, then feel free to check this one out from Otaku Baby. Okay, sweeties, another brand brand that I definitely wanted to feature is Slate by Shea Beauty, and they're coming out with the So Lush eyeshadow palette. This palette has 12 shades including mattes, shimmers and glitters. This is available now. Now I have to say that this is such a sexy version of a Valentine's release that it is so different, for example, from the one from Bling and Makeup by Yolanda, which is very bright and very vibrant and kind of really forceful. And this one also, but it is the more mature and sexy version, and I think this is so cool. I really like it. I also personally don't mind the pressed glitters because I love to work with glitters. So this is available now, and I think honestly that this is a very cool palette, you know. Even I wear looks like this, like a dark and more neutral or more yeah, more mature looks once in a while, because why not, you know? And I think this is a super beautiful palette, so feel free to check this one out from Slate by Shea Beauty. Okay, then let's also talk about more releases from Tanuka, because she's coming. I think I have 3 things that I need to show you. Okay, so let us start with the pattern weaving eyeshadow set. This is 5 shades, or includes 5 shades, and this is available now. And of course you can see it is a very soft bundle of eyeshadows, but of course super beautiful, with 1 matte and 4 shimmers. And you can also see, of course, that one look that has been created there in the bottom right corner, and it is beautiful. I mean, it kind of needs to be your style. As always, you kind of need to vibe with those colors, you know. For me, it is probably going to be too soft. It will not hold my attention long enough, but I still can appreciate how beautiful it is, you know. So let us also move on. I have to skip around to the next one, which is Samantha's favorite color eyeshadow set. So here you have 4 shades, and especially with this one, you kind of need to be into this, you know. Now I'm not really not, but I can see that this makes sense for a lot of people, especially I want to say in Europe, where a lot of people go for minimalist makeup, and that is kind of the trend, I think. And I think this is going to serve a lot of people, you know. This looks like it's all matte shades, so if this is something that you see yourself wearing or you would enjoy, then definitely feel free to pick this up, because this is available now. And there's also one more thing which is a little bit more dramatic, and that is the Colorful Rebellion eyeshadow palette. So here you do have 5 shades, and I think 1 of them is again a matte and 4 of them are shimmers. This one is a little bit more colorful, but still not like overwhelming colorful, okay? I personally would maybe not call it rebellion exactly, but I think she comes out with these beautiful color combinations and with these beautiful names and creative names for her collections, which is just so amazing. And I really appreciate her work. Her creative work is just really stunning, and that is yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so just in case you want to pick up something from Tanuka, this is the 3 releases that I have as of right now. Now let's also talk about Widow Witch lashes, because they are revealing something new, and this is their Love Widow Witch palette. It includes 15 shades, and this is already available when you're seeing this. This is kind of their own way of celebrating Valentine's, I think. And going into the orange is just so cool, because it is very unusual for this time of the year to come out with a palette that potentially could also come out in fall, you know, because usually in the fall releases we have a lot of orange, and I think that is really cool to just do something different, something that is a little bit off the beaten path. I really like that. So I don't have a price here right now, but of course you can check it out. Every brand is going to be linked in the description box, so feel free to check this one out from Widow Witch lashes. Then let's also talk about something that I spoke about when I showed you the sneak peek. Now I don't know exactly when that was, couple weeks ago, when we spoke about Vampire Cosmetics, and I showed you the Bewitched eyeshadow palette, but basically just the outer packaging and then an empty palette. Okay, so now I can show you how it turns out. This is 9 shades, 3 mattes, 3 shimmers, 3 glitters. This is coming soon at some point during spring this year. Okay, I don't have a date, I don't have a price, but this is how the palette is gonna look. And yeah, and this is what it is. So of course you do have some neutral options here, and beyond that is going to be very dark colorful, which is really nice. So in case this is something that you want to go for, then definitely wait around for this release, which is going to come then at some point soon. Okay, now let's also talk about Shall We Makeup again, because they're coming out with the Forest Night highlighter palette. Now sweeties, I happen to be a super big fan of highlighters. Did you know? I love highlighters, and it's so funny because at the beginning of my journey here I was really against it, and I don't know even why. I think I just wanted to be different, but highlighters make just so much sense in my life, you know. So I'm super glad that they're coming out with this highlighter palette. So Forest Night highlighter palette with 6 shades, retailing for only $16. This is available now for pre-order, and the shipping date will be around middle of February. Okay, so I also do have a code with Shelby Makeup in case you want to use it. It is down in the description box, and personally really like this release because I love highlighter palettes. It makes just so much sense in my life. Okay, then I also found another new brand for me personally, I do believe, and that is Black Opal Beauty, and they're coming out with the True Tone Brightening Concealers in 12 shades, and this is how they look. Okay, so they retail for about $10 each, and they look really beautiful. Now, I don't know really a lot about this brand, and I think this is also made for darker skin tones, obviously, so maybe if you are, then maybe feel free to check this one out because this looks really nice. I cannot really tell you anything about the performance because I just don't know, but at least I'm putting a spotlight on the release, and then you can feel free to check this one out. Alright, then Drench Cosmetics is collaborating with Neon MUA, and they are coming out with the Lunar Retrograde eyeshadow palette. This palette has 16 shades including mattes, shimmers and foils, which is... And this is available now for pre-order, and the price is $40. Okay, so sweeties, this is a very cool palette with nice depth in it, and kind of also like a wintry color scheme, which kind of still really fits. And in any case, also I think throughout the year you can do beautiful looks with this palette. So feel free to check this one out from Drench Cosmetics in case this is something you would like to consider. Then LA Girl is coming out with the Festy Bestie eyeshadow palette, which is so cute. Festy Bestie eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. 16 shades with mattes, shimmers and foils. It's highly pigmented and it has a full-size mirror. It's available now and it retails for $16. And then you also do have the Nudie Cutie eyeshadow palette. Let me just scroll to that one, which is this one. This is basically then for those, of course, who like it more neutral. And this is also a nice palette. It's just less for me. I like the other one better, but that is just my personal preference. But both of them are available, each one for $16 in case you want to check this one out from LA Girl. Alright, sweeties, then let's move on to DJ's Unique Boutique. I do have 2 releases, I do believe, from her. So she's coming out with a warm neutral quad for $20 with 4 shades, obviously, because it's a quad. So you do have 3 mattes and 1 flaky shimmer, and you also see, of course, the hand swatches there. And this is how it looks. You do have a really nice, like a really nice range and a nice depth in the palette. So this should look really beautiful. There are also nail polishes here. This is available now. And then she's also coming out with her chrome flakes. I think this is completely new. Did she have chrome flakes before? I think this is something new that she's starting. These retail for $6 a piece, and this is already available when you're seeing this. I have a code with DJ's Unique Boutique in case you want to use it. It's also in the description box, of course, and especially the flakes look really nice, like really cool. Okay, now let's also look at this one here from Ensley Rain Cosmetics, because they're coming out with a new shade of their multi-chrome pigments. In case you want to check this one out, this is the Lemurian Dream multi-chrome pigment for $16. This is available now. So there are other ones also. Please go to the website and browse around, of course, and see what you like. I think this looks super nice. This looks super finely milled. If this is your preference, of course, then feel free to check this one out. I think it looks beautiful. Also from Ensley Rain Cosmetics, I do have the Aquarius bundle. So this includes the eyeshadow palette with 12 shades, which, by the way, looks super nice. And then you do have the Aquarian Dreams multi-chrome pressed eyeshadow. You do have the Aquarian Lover Mystic Liner. You do have loose glitters, and you do have the Aquarian Tears Rain Shine lip gloss. Okay, and you can have all of that for $55. This is also available now. I think this is so beautiful, sweeties. This is so I don't know, like, it's so jewel tones. Jewel tones is just something that draws me in like crazy, and I really like this. Very pretty. So feel free to check out LEORAHCOSMETICS for all those releases, of course. Now, Poppy Cosmetics is coming out with their Cheek Bliss. So in case you're looking for blushes, they're coming out with 6 shades of them. This is already available when you're seeing this. It's so funny because in just a recent video I spoke about Poppy Cosmetics, and I said that, I think it was yesterday's video, where I spoke about Poppy Cosmetics, and I said I haven't heard from Poppy Cosmetics in quite some time. I hope they're doing okay, and boom, here they are, you know? So here you have those beautiful shades, some lighter ones and some medium and some really, really dark ones. There is something for everybody, I do believe, and feel free to check this one out. I do not have a price, of course, but this is what it looks like, so go to the website and check it all out. Now let's also talk about beautyXBoo Cosmetics, because she's coming out with the Heartbreaker palette. This palette has 8 eyeshadows, and then on the other side of the palette of the broken heart you do have a blush and a highlighter. This is available now, retailing for $33 in case you want to check this one out. And this is how she looks. Okay, so this is also of course a Valentine's release. You do have some neutrals, you do have of course pink and purple, and also a blue, and then of course the blush and the highlighter. So if that is something that you would like to try, then please feel free to check this out. This is available now. Now, Wicked Widow Beauty is coming out at some point in March. This is not live yet, sweeties, with duochrome liquid liner pens. And this is how they look in all kinds of colors, 10 different shades, which is so, so nice. I think they look amazing. Now, again, I spoke about this in connection to the gel liners from Unearthly Cosmetics already. Is this something that is going to work very well on me? Maybe not, at least not when I'm using it here. But of course, liners like this you can also use like for face art and for all kinds of stuff. You do not only need to use it as a liner in that sense, right? So this looks super, super beautiful. And again, this is becoming available in March. I don't have a price as of right now. Now let us also talk about Melt, because they're coming out with these slick waterline pencils. First of all, super, super cool name, really. And they're coming out with 5 shades. They're transfer resistant. They retail for $19 each, or for $65 for the whole bundle. And this is available now in case you want to check this one out. This is of course basically neutral shades and then a black or a very, very dark brown. Not 100% sure, but I think it's a very dark brown. In case you want to check this one out, this is already available for Melt. Then let's also talk about a super cool release from Emmy Cosmetics, which is their coffee shop bundle. This is a quad, of course, 4 shades. You can have this quad within the palette or just the shades by themselves. Okay, so within the palette it retails for about $28, and just the shade retails for about $24. This is available now from Emmy Cosmetics in case you want to check this one out. I think those cool browns, it's super, super cool. I love cool browns on my eyes, you know, and also the swatches look really, really nice. You do have 3 mattes in the palette and then 1 shimmer shade, which looks beautiful. So feel free to check this out, especially like when you're in Canada, because Emmy Cosmetics is based in Canada. So check this one out, because this is beautiful. Okay, then there's also another new brand that I just found, and that is Sassy by Savannah, which is so cool because actually one of my daughters has as a second name Savannah, so that is so, so cool. Yeah, and they're coming out with the Destination Sassy 3 palette blockbusters. Okay, so 3 palettes. Each palette contains 4 eyeshadows, 1 luminous blush, and 1 radiant powder highlighter. And this is available now for $22 each. And this is how they look. Now, this is personally gonna be not for me. First of all, again, because I personally have different preferences color-wise, but also, of course, because I don't know where do I put it then. Do I put it with the blush, with the highlighter, or with the eyeshadows? You know, I'm just like this. It drives me nuts. But never mind me. Again, you know, this is just for me in case you do travel, and in case this is like your color scheme, this could be perfect to just take along and do your makeup on the way, you know? So that is what it is in case you want to check this out from Sassy by Savannah. Okay, then let's also talk about a sneak peek from Rebel Rogue Labs, because that is so, so cool. She is sneak peeking her Magpie Mondays collection. Now, as of right now, I only have this one, and it drives me nuts that I don't know more, because I really like Rebel Rogue Labs. It's a beautiful brand. I do have 3 palettes from Rebel Rogue Labs, and I really, really like the ones that I have. Or do I have 4? I'm not sure. I think it's 3. So yeah, but this is so cool. I'm so excited to talk about this again once I know more, but I just kind of wanted to, you know, put the word out there that there's something coming from Rebel Rogue Labs. Okay, sweeties, let us move on to Riza Lashes, because Riza is coming out with their Angel Baby Blush Palette. You have 6 shades with 4 matte shades and 2 satins. This is available now for pre-order, retailing for $31. And I think also here, I think it's really cool. First of all, again, blushes in one palette, super cool. Also, the difference in the shades is really nice, and to also give the option between satiny blushes and then also matte blushes. I could go for either big or for all of this. Also, all the shades look really nice and pleasing, and I would definitely use this. So cute. This is coming from Riza Lashes, or it's available now for pre-order in case you want to pick this one up. Okay, Cara Beauty is coming out with the Sagittarius palette with 10 shades retailing for $17. This is available now, and of course, if you're more into a orangey color scheme, with the exception of course of a very bright red and a pink, then this could be something for you. I think the color scheme is actually really nice. Also kind of works now with the pink releases and everything. I think with red and pink you can do a lot, and of course also with the other shades. Obviously there's nice depth in the palette, and it is very it's very affordable, and that is really nice. I'm very much for that, so feel free to check this one out from Cara Beauty in case you want to. Then Winklery Beauty is coming out with 6 shades, and this is, how are they calling this? I think it's just single eyeshadows. I don't think I have a name for this release really. They're coming out with 6 eyeshadows in a bundle, and this is how they look, and I think they're super beautiful. Also now for this time especially of the year, I think also on the swatches you can see it, I think even better than in the pans, that these shades are super pretty. They retail for $5 a piece, and they are available now, so feel free to check this one out from Winklery Beauty. Then also an update on Adept Cosmetics, because they are releasing now their remastered Plain Jane palette. This is available now with 12 shades for $58, and the shipping date is going to be early March, so you can buy it now and you'll get it then, or they'll ship it out in early March. Also here I have to say that it looks so beautiful, absolutely stunning. The swatches, especially on the darker skin tone, is just unbelievably beautiful. Like really, it's mouth-watering, you know, and the looks that I have seen using Adept Cosmetics palettes are just really beautiful. So yeah, so this is what it is, in case you want to pick this one up. Then I have to admit something, sweeties. I don't know how this happened. It is so embarrassing, but last time when I filmed the new makeup releases, for some reason one of the biggest releases of last week just got deleted from my file here on Instagram for whatever reason. I don't know, I have no excuses, and that is this one, of course, Nomad Cosmetics. Sweeties, you saw me reviewing this palette, because honestly I had the first video up on this palette on the whole platform, you know, and then I'm not talking about it in the new makeup releases. It's like shameful, really, but it just got deleted, and I don't know, you know, I don't know how it happened. So here it is. This is the Whistler Snow Notch palette, of course, and if you want to check out what I had to say about this palette, see some looks and see the swatches, of course my video is live on my channel, and this is how she looks. This is a beautiful palette, sweeties. This palette might be the best of all of my Nomad palettes, and I have a lot of Nomad palettes. Color scheme wise, also performance wise, it was blissful, absolutely blissful, super nice. So feel free to check this one out. I'm affiliated with them. I got this palette in PR. You can also use my code if you want, and if you don't, then God bless you too. Okay, but this, sweeties, was a beautiful release, and yeah, if this is a color scheme that you want to work with, I highly recommend it. Now let's go also to Gourmande Girls Cosmetics, because you probably also saw that I reviewed this palette earlier this week, because it has just launched yesterday. That was the launch of the palette, the C'est l'Amour eyeshadow palette from Gourmande Girls Cosmetics. This is her Valentine's release, and this palette has been designed by the amazing Doodles by the Bunny. Super nice job. It has 12 shades, 7 mattes, 5 shimmers, and again, this is already live when you're seeing this, and I think this palette is super beautiful. If you want to see see 2 looks with the palette, I think you have to go 2 videos back or something. This is where my review is, and also of course the swatches, and I'm also giving you a nice story time about love in case you want to listen to that. Alright sweeties, I also do have a code with Gourmande Cosmetics in case you want to check it out. Also the performance was really nice. Alright, and also what I think about the palette, and I'm also saying that in my review video, that I really appreciate, first of all, that she took it a little bit into a different corner of the Valentine's releases, you know, with the black in it and more like red than really pink. And I personally can really appreciate that because it is just something different. While I like the pink ones too, it's just that it's nice to see someone going off, you know, and that is so cool. So this is already live. Feel free to check this one out. Now let us also talk about this one from Bella Beauty Bar. I'm not 100% sure if I showed you the full reveal of this palette or if I just showed you the outer packaging, but this is the Star-Crossed Lovers collection. I think maybe we spoke only about the palette a couple of weeks back, maybe, I don't know. So this is the palette with 15 shades retailing for $49, and then you do also have 4 ethereal matte lip veils for $16 a piece, and then 3 Metamorphosis Chrome Gel Flakes for $22 a piece, and you also do have lashes. This is all available now from Bella Beauty Bar, and of course this is a beautiful Valentine's release. The palette in itself, more traditional Valentine but dark, which is really nice, and then of course with the addition of all the other things, these chrome flake gels and all of these things, it's so beautiful because it gives you such an extra range, so many extra playgrounds to play on, you know. It is so nice because you can also take this palette to like into a whole different dimension, which is so cool. So this is what it is, Star-Crossed Lovers from Bella Beauty Bar. Then let's also talk about this one from Too Faced. I definitely wanted to show you this because I actually think that this looks really cool, you know. This is the Major Love mini palette, and I have to say, okay, so this is just 8 shades, but considering, I think it is actually really sweet. Nice depth, nice lighter shades, and I also feel like it is so cool that again they took it into a different direction, you know, and that is just something where I think, wow, cool, you know. Now me personally, I'm not like the super biggest fan of Too Faced. I'm not following them in a sense that I'm buying releases or that I'm featuring them here a lot, really. I have one Too Faced palette, I don't need another one, but you know, this is what it is. So I think this is actually really cool. Yeah, so this is available now for $28 in case you want to check this one out, and I have to say I really like this. I really like the look of this one. Now let us also talk about something that I'm actually super excited about, and that is a sneak peek for a new release from LEORAH Cosmetics, and that is the Meet Me at Midnight eyeshadow palette. Now of course you know that she came out, I think, a little bit less than a year ago with the Meet Me in the Underworld palette, and now it's Meet Me at Midnight, and this, just the color scheme, or according to the color scheme of the outer packaging or of that sneak peek picture, this could be so cool, sweeties. This is coming soon. I have no more information about this. Just know that I do own 3 palettes from LEORAH Cosmetics and I love all of them. They're really good quality, and in case that you want to try a new brand or you're already a big fan, then definitely have this on your radar. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be really good. Alright, now let us also talk about Be Perfect Cosmetics, because I'm actually super excited to tell you that they're coming out with a foundation. They call it the Chroma Cover Foundation in 36 shades, full coverage, sweeties. This is so my thing. Full coverage for about $27. That is less my thing because there's no way I can pay $27 for a foundation, but other than that, I'm super much into that. And then they're also coming out in addition to that with the Chroma Conceal Concealer. Okay, in 20 shades for about $14 a piece. This is already available when you're seeing this, sweeties, or it becomes available on the day you're seeing this. So this is super exciting. I think shade range wise it's really nice, and also just coming out of the foundation and it's full coverage and with the concealer, and I love this. You know, if there should ever be like a significant sale, I might want to try this because I'm always looking for foundations, you know, especially full coverage. Now I don't know if this is matte or not. It doesn't say here in the post, but in general full coverage is just what I need, kind of. But I would love it if it would be luminous, if it would not be matte, but I don't know. Okay, so this is going live basically when you're seeing this, in case you want to check this one out. Then something else, sneak peeks, sweeties. fasten your seatbelts that there is something new coming from Ace Beauté. They're sneak peeking a new palette. I know nothing. I just basically see one shade that they're suggesting basically, and then that they're putting together palettes, but there is no other shade that I can show you. I'm going to try to take a screenshot because I only have a video here. So they're just saying this is behind the scenes, happening behind the scenes from Ace Beauté, and stay tuned. So sweeties, Ace Beauté is such a good brand. I have so many palettes from Ace Beauté and I'm just so in love with their formula, and especially now also with the Tropical Vibes palette and also with all the other ones, seriously. So yeah, just saying, we're going to talk about this. Super excited about this one. Okay, sweeties, let us also talk about Orbital Cosmetics. That is for me personally a new brand. One of you sent this to me in DM on Instagram, and I'm so grateful when you guys do that, because you know, this is how you make sure that I actually see the release, you know. So this is how it looks. This is the Orbital Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I think that is what the name is. I don't think it has an additional name. When I checked before I sat down to film, this palette was sold out, but I do believe that they will probably restock it, so that's why I definitely wanted to show you. And this is how it looks. It's a very soft release. Soft in the sense of course, soft colors. You do have some nice depth in the palette. Mostly, of course, this palette is softer and lighter, like mid-range in the color intensity, and then also lighter. And if this is something that you can vibe with, then definitely check this one out. But as I said, right now when I'm filming this, this is sold out, but it might come back. So this is based in the US. It says here Tampa, Florida. In case that is something that is easily accessible for you, then maybe go to their website. They have, of course, also all kinds of other things that you can check out. Okay, sweeties, this is it for today. I made it through. This was a long list, wasn't it, sweeties? But in any case, let me know what you think about the releases. Is there something that you are super excited about? Is there something that you want to pick up? What do you think about the new releases that have just dropped and that I reviewed here on my channel already? Are you getting them? Have you ordered them? Let me know, sweeties. And beyond that, I am super excited about a lot of releases right now. I'm very grateful personally that we're not being overwhelmed this year with pastel releases yet, because usually that comes at like at that time of the year, and that is always something where I'm just like a little bit borderline bored, just because it's not my style personally. But this time I feel there are so many releases that have depth and that have power and that are very, I don't know, sexy and dark, and I love that, you know. So but that is just, as I said, it's a thing of personal preference. It's just that I really vibe with these palettes. Alright, sweeties, so this is it from me for today. Feel free to, of course, check out my description box. I'm going to try to link everything that I spoke about there, all the brands, and of course the releases that I spoke about. Beyond that, my makeup you will find in a pinned comment. You will find in the description box all my discount codes that I have with the different brands. There are ways to support my channel also listed there, and beyond that, of course, my links to my social media in case you want to follow me there and be connected there. I would absolutely love that. And of course, if you've made it till here and you've not subscribed, then please do so right now, because this is the last chance for today, and I shall see all of you back here for my video tomorrow. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.